Hello students, in this e-lecture we are going to discuss a very important concept of matrices, that is elementary operations and inverse of a matrix using elementary operations. Consider the matrices A, B, C, D, E, F and G. All these matrices are of order 2 by 3. The matrices B, C, D, E, F and G are related to A as follows. Let's observe the matrix B. B can be obtained from A by interchanging the first and second rows. Observe the matrix C. C can be obtained from A by interchanging the first and third columns. Observe the matrix D. If we multiply each element of first row of matrix A by 3, we get matrix D. Observe the matrix E. If we multiply each element of second column of matrix A by 5, we get matrix E. F can be obtained from A by adding to the elements of second row 4 times the corresponding elements of the first row. It means multiply each element of first row of matrix A by 4, then add these elements to the corresponding elements of second row, we get matrix F. Matrix G can be obtained from A by adding to the elements of the third column minus 3 times the corresponding elements of the first column. Such operations as shown above are called elementary operations or elementary transformations. Elementary operations on rows are called elementary row operations and those on column are called elementary column operations. So we have 3 elementary operations which we can apply on a matrix. First is the interchange of any 2 rows or 2 columns. It is denoted by symbol as shown here. Second is the multiplication of the elements of any row or column by a non-zero number. Third, the addition to the elements of any row or column, the corresponding elements of any other row or column multiplied by a non-zero number. It is denoted by symbol as written here. Next is inverse of a matrix. If A is a square matrix of order M and if there exists another square matrix B of the same order M such that AB equals to BA equals to identity matrix I, then B is called the inverse matrix of A and it is denoted by the symbol as shown. Let's take one example. Here A and B are 2 square matrices of the same order, that is 2 by 2. Take product of A and B. For that, first write matrix A, then write matrix B, and following the rule of matrix multiplication, take the product of these 2 matrices as shown. We get a matrix with elements 1 0 0 1, which is equal to identity matrix of order 2. Similarly, take product of matrix B and A as shown. This is also equals to identity matrix of order 2. So, we have shown here AB equals to BA equals to identity matrix I. That means B is the inverse of A and A is the inverse of B. Students, always remember, a rectangular matrix does not possess inverse matrix since for products of AB and BA to be defined and to be equal, it is necessary that A and B should be square matrices of the same order. Second, if B is the inverse of A, then A is also the inverse of B. Third, inverse of a square matrix, if it exists, is always unique. Now, we will discuss inverse of a matrix by elementary operations. Students, we can find the inverse of a matrix if it exists by using either elementary row operations or elementary column operations, but not both simultaneously. First, we will discuss inverse of a matrix using elementary row operations. Let's discuss the working rule. In step 1, we write the matrix equation A equals to product of matrix I and A. Step 2. Apply same elementary row operation on matrix A of left hand side and pre-multiplier matrix I of right hand side to get the equation I equals to BA. Step 3. The matrix B is the required inverse of matrix A. Students, remember that in case after applying one or more elementary row operations on A equals to IA, if we obtain all zeros in one or more rows of the matrix A on left hand side, then inverse of the matrix does not exist. Let's discuss one question. In this question, using elementary row operations, we have to find inverse of given square matrix A if it exists. So, in first step, write the matrix equation A equals to product of identity matrix I and A. In place of A on the left hand side, write the given matrix, and on right hand side, in place of I, write the identity matrix of that order, whatever is the order of A. Write the post multiplier matrix A as it is. Now, we apply same elementary row operations on matrix A of left hand side and pre-multiplier matrix I of right hand side. As we have to reduce the left hand side matrix A equal to identity matrix, so we apply such operations on left hand side matrix A, so it becomes an identity matrix, and same operations we apply on matrix I of right hand side. Focus on elements of left hand side matrix A. First element A11 of matrix is already 1. So now observe the element A21 lying in the second row and first column, that is 2. We need to convert it as 0. So apply R2 approaches to R2 minus 2R1. That means multiply the elements of first row by 2 and subtract it from corresponding elements of second row. We get new elements of second row as 0 and minus 5. Students, as you can see, while selecting the operation, our main focus is to convert A21 equals to 0, but the operation should be applied on complete row. Now, same operation we apply on identity matrix of right hand side. It becomes a matrix with the elements 1 0 minus 2 1. Write post multiplier A on right hand side as it is. In next step, we convert the element A22 equals to minus 5 of left hand side matrix as 1. So apply R2 is to minus 1 by 5 R2. It means multiply the elements of second row with the minus 1 by 5. We get A22 equals to 1. Same operation we apply on right hand side pre-multiplier matrix. So we get pre-multiplier matrix on right hand side with the elements 1, 0, 2 by 5 and minus 1 by 5. And write the post multiplier matrix A on right hand side as it is. Now we have to convert A12 equals to 2 of left hand side matrix as 0. Apply R1 is to R1 minus 2R2. It means multiply the elements of second row with 2 and subtract it from corresponding elements of first row. We get new elements of first row, that is 1 and 0. Same operation we apply on pre-multiplier of right hand side, and write the post multiplier matrix A on right hand side as it is. Now we observe left hand side matrix becomes identity matrix. We denote pre-multiplier matrix of right hand side by B. We get I equals to product of B and A. As BA equals to I, it means B equals to inverse of matrix A. So we get inverse of a matrix A equals to A square matrix of order 2 by 2 with elements 1 by 5, 2 by 5, 2 by 5 and minus 1 by 5. Let's take one more question. In this question, using elementary row operations, we have to find inverse of A if it exists. In first step, write the matrix equation A equals to product of I and A. On left hand side, in place of A, write the given matrix, and on right hand side, in place of I, write the identity matrix of order 2 and post multiplier matrix A on right hand side as it is. As we have to reduce the left hand side matrix A equals to identity matrix, so we apply such operations on left hand side matrix A so that it becomes an identity matrix, and same operations we apply on matrix I of right hand side. Students, as you can see, when we apply the operation R1 is to R1 plus 3R2 on left hand side matrix A, we get all the elements of first row of left hand side matrix equals to 0. Students, we know that after applying any row operation, if all the elements of any row of the left hand side matrix becomes 0, then inverse of the matrix does not exist. So here inverse of matrix A does not exist. Students, I hope that you all have understood about inverse of a matrix using elementary row operations. So try to solve questions from exercise 3.4. In next e-lecture, we will discuss more questions based on elementary operations. Thank you.